Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Starship Theory. Now, we are just about to pass another star. I let the game run just for a minute or two so that we didn't have a bunch of sitting out in space waiting for something to happen. But you can see the star should actually be setting fire to things. There's a little fire there, but the people will run over and they'll knock that out before it becomes a huge problem. At least they should in theory. Sometimes they're not so great about it and you have to be a little bit careful. The really dangerous thing is, I think one time I had, all at the same time, I was in an asteroid field getting hit by asteroids. I was being attacked by a ship much bigger than mine with miniguns that were shooting everywhere, doing damage to everything. And a sun came at the exact same time. So not only was my ship on fire, it was being hit by asteroids and it was being shot by an enemy. So I'm going to switch out the food dispenser and turn on the water cooler so that my people can get water. We are dangerously low on food to the point where I'm actually going to consider getting rid of one of my heat vents here and sticking down a plant bed just because I so badly need the thing, and they cost exactly 2 silicon and I just need the plant bed so bad that I just can't live without it. It's pretty much going to, and even the plant bed, it's not really going to save me, it's just going to delay my demise. I'm going to set Renee to be science, and science people will typically work the small plant beds to make food from them. So we have detected an asteroid field, and we have detected the long-range ship, a ship on the long-range scanners. I didn't detect long-range scanners with a ship. I detected a ship with long-range scanners. Oh boy. Okay. Ship exiting warp. They're powering up their weapons. Okay, so everyone is everyone inside the ship? Yes, they are. So we are going to, well, actually, we can probably tank this. So I'm just not going to, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to let my crew level up from repairing. And we're just not going to care about these guys. I'm going to let them shoot us for a while so that my crew can level up from repairing all the damage that they're doing. They only have a single laser. If they had more weapons, I would be a little bit more worried. I could bribe them to get them to go away, but, you know, they're not scary at all. Plus, I think if I pop asteroids over the top of their ship, there's a higher percentage chance that the asteroid will do damage to their ship. We're going to be passing here. Ooh, gold. That gold is really important because it gives you the ability to build things like specialized things. Oh, we have a lot of heat. Oh, I forgot I got rid of a heat vent and I overused my my mining laser. Whoops. You gotta be careful with that. System overheating. So I'm gonna let them just heal that up real quick. This needs to be put out. Okay, they put that out. So they're doing a good job. And now I can start mining again. I want to mine more carefully. I was a little bit aggressive with my mining because I forgot that I had taken away a heat vent. So that kind of shows you, if you are not careful, you can definitely set off a catastrophic chain of fires inside your ship. But you know, your crew are actually pretty capable of managing quite a bit of stress from, for example, combat stress and all that sort of thing. Like, these guys are managing just fine. They're taking a couple of laser hits, but they're fine, you know? We're gonna live. I'm really just not hitting the silicon lottery right now. I'm hitting the metal lottery and the gold lottery, but the silicon lottery is not. Oh, there's a little bit. I got 1 silicon. That's more than I've gotten in all of the other ones. See if I can pop these last 2 rocks. A little bit of metal. If I can cool down. I think I will gladly overheat here just to grab a last piece of metal as we go out of the asteroid field. So yeah, that's it's kind of one of the hard parts of the game. It's just unfortunate that you don't really have a lot of control over what you are going to encounter in the early game. I can't access the food. I will turn off the water cooler and turn on the food dispenser. Now I have a scientist trying to grow food right here. And we are almost out of food, so that's why I have him trying to grow that food. Now we're taking hits here, so. But my little engineers are running around, they're repairing it. And the good news is they're getting a little bit of experience from doing this, you know? Oh, it's only like 2 experience per hit that we're taking, but, you know. All that experience, it adds up over the course of the game. And plus, we don't have to worry about jumping. I didn't want to have to jump out of the asteroid field because I think that puts like a cooldown on when the next time you can encounter an asteroid field. It looks like there is a sun coming up ahead of us. If I could just glance up here. It's only a red sun. I think red suns are the least dangerous ones. I could be wrong now, but I think the blue suns are more dangerous than the red suns. So the enemy ship got bored of trying to kill us and warped away, which is, you know, this is great for me. I didn't want to die. And you can kind of tell, you know, I'll put it to you this way. When it's time to panic, I will be panicking, okay? Because I know what a big, nasty ship looks like. I'm going to turn off my mining laser and then just have both the food dispenser and water cooler running to keep my people, you know, their bodily needs met. We are extremely dangerously low on food and water to the point where I'm not even sure if this expedition will survive. Just due to bad RNG, I think. I don't think I've really done anything wrong. I have so much metal, but I have nothing to use it on. I mean, like, you need silicon to make the advanced stuff. I mean, I could make CPU panels. I can't make solar panels. I think I've just been kind of bottlenecked on silicon and food right now. I'm going to craft one more food here, and then I'm going to be turning off the plants. Because it is taking up a little bit too much of my resources. Oh, you just drove past the planet there. Well, I mean, can you say driving when you're in a spaceship? I think it's more like flying or traveling. What is the are you flying through space? Isn't flying supposed to be through an atmosphere? Okay, I want to disable now the small plant bed because we have exactly pretty much equal food and water. So we're going to want to just let our people try to distribute those resources for as long as possible. Now, something I could have maybe done is rushed. Instead of going for the food dispenser, the water cooler, and the small plant bed, I could have rushed a navigation console. And I think when this run is over, that's probably what I'm going to do next time. So we're coming up to another asteroid field. Hopefully this is the asteroid field that saves our lives. I'm not too optimistic, but I am hopeful. I'm going to turn off the plant bed now and then turn on the mining laser. Needs text. Structure panel prevent work name Z. Okay, I think that's because I have it turned off. Yeah, so I have it disabled. Zoom out here and you can see the vast expanse of space is filled with nasty asteroids, bad people, and stars, all of which pose a threat to me. I'm actually really excited at the potential, for example, finding space stations, potentially even like like space aliens. I think there's a lot of really cool stuff they could do with this game. Now, again, I have to remember that I only have a single heat vent, so I need to be very careful with my laser. Now, these guys will generally be able to handle a couple of fires here and there, but I want to be careful not to overly extend my heat. I want to just pop the occasional asteroid and do so carefully. And let the heat drain away before I start attacking the next one. I want to go for after mid-sized and small. I will gladly overheat my ship if there's a resource that I badly need floating around. Which you can see there. I have seriously overheated my ship, so I'm going to let it cool down a little bit while they try to fight those fires. I do have 5 silicon now, so I am getting very close to the possibility of building a navigation console. Now I could build a second heat vent, but I think that navigation console is kind of mission critical at this point. Okay, we're about to pop this guy. We'll grab another little bit of metal. Really, really hoping that this is a trade ship and that I can buy food, water and silicon, and perhaps sell some gold and metal to them. Okay, so they will definitely buy metal. Okay, thank goodness. I'm going to sell metal. They will not sell food, but they will sell water, so I'm going to buy some water. They're not selling silicon, so I'm not going to worry about that. This does mean... Okay, so I could sell the gold. I could sell all of my gold here and I'd get a pretty good price for it. But then I wouldn't be able to build, for example, the navigation console or the research station. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to just... These guys did a good job. They gave me what I wanted, so I'm going to just hang out and say toodles. Okay, I'm going to drop down another piece of flooring here because I'm going to want room for my navigation console soon. So I'll make a space for that. I'll start burning through this rock here and hope that I find, again, just kind of hoping for silicon at this point. Ooh. Took a bit of damage there on my components. But I just so badly need... I'm going to overheat my ship here to grab this last little bit of stuff. Okay, that's enough. Now I have to let them try to deal with these fires. So certain fires are external fires that need to be fought by your engineers out in their spacesuits, and then certain fires are internal fires that need to be fought by the crew inside the ship. So looking pretty good here. We have managed to... Is that... So I want to place a piece of floor over here. Yep, okay. So it looks like we just encountered another sun. Now we have been given a little bit of a stay of execution because I will be able to turn back on my plant bed, which will mean we can start generating a little bit more food. Now somebody is building a floor over here. Why aren't you building the food? Okay, there we are. Now they're watering the plants. So we're watering plants to make a little bit of food. Still, really what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get over to the navigation console. Once we have the navigation console, we will be capable of doing quite a bit more with our ship in terms of having a little bit more control over the experience. We can start flying to asteroid fields actively rather than just passively hoping, floating through space, that we encounter one. We can also start hailing new ships when we're ready to trade, for example. You know, all that good stuff. So yeah, but I am really excited at the prospect of this game, like long term. Like you could encounter, like just like off the top of my head, you could encounter space aliens, you could encounter asteroid bases, you could encounter like gas giants that fling you off into space or something. You could encounter dying suns, you could encounter, you know, black holes. You know, there's all sorts of cool, crazy stuff that you can do with this game, and I'm really excited at the prospect of it. I think there's a lot of really cool mechanics they have inside the game already that just need to be expanded upon. Like, for example, we haven't even touched research yet, and we're quite a bit into this game, but you can unlock pretty much all the stuff with the little locks beside it. That's how much research points you need to unlock it, and you research per category. So, for example, weapon research points can't be used in defense, and defense research points can't be used in operations, or indeed any other point than defense. Okay, so the big thing I'm hoping here is, again, I'm just kind of hoping for silicon. Now, we're dangerously low on food, but we are growing food from water, so we're kind of keeping just afloat there on that front. So we're on edge trying to survive in space. Now, there's quite a few things that we need to do. So the big one will be to get another navigation console. Then it will be also to get a another engine, perhaps, or maybe another heat vent. I need a navigation console, a heat vent, and I think that'll probably do me for a little bit just to get me through the early game. Okay, we're coming up to an asteroid field, which is pretty good. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping, really, again, I'm just really hoping that I can get water and silicon, because those are the things that are going to get me through this kind of resource crunch that we're in. If only the game was a little bit kinder and it kind of knew, hey, this guy's really low on this. Like, maybe if I click on these, it'll let the game know that this is what I want. Maybe. Geez, I hope. Okay, so I'm going to want to turn off the... I want to turn on my mining laser, but I'm probably going to have to turn off, for example, the water cooler. Yeah, I'm going to turn off the water cooler, and then I'm going to turn on the heat vent. Now, I'm going to want to be watching my water very carefully, because the plant, the hydroponics over there, it can very much so use up all of your water without you watching, and then you've got no water. And water is almost as important as food for keeping your crew alive. As far as give me the... Okay, I got one piece of silicon. That's a good start. One piece is more than zero, which is, you know, if it's more than zero, I'm happy, because let me tell you, I've been at zero silicon for a while now, and it's not a good feeling. Let's see if I can shoot this rock over here. No, not quite. I would like to shoot this one, but I might not be able to reach it. Oh, come on, just about pop. Water. Beautiful, beautiful water. Okay, so we just got a little bit of water, which is going to make it ever so slightly easier to survive. Gave us a little bit more buffer time for us to get through this. Pop that rock, let the heat dissipate. I'm going to overheat my ship just because we're so desperate. We're so very desperate that we need resources that we can't afford to not overheat here. Okay, we're going to overheat another little bit. Can't access water, that's perfectly reasonable. Ah, got out of my range. Well, metal, I'm not too sold about metal because we have plenty of metal. We're also passing a sun. Oh, okay, I need to turn all this off because we need to fight the sun's heat. That is some serious heat right now. We're fighting it, we're cooling down. They're powering up their weapons. Oh, we lost our water cooler. Get inside the ship. Wait, why isn't he getting inside the ship? Get inside. Okay, we're going to jump out away. Oh god, we can't jump. Oh god, I think we're dead. I think we're super dead. I can't jump. This was just like a really unfortunate run. I think I'm just going to detonate my ship. Kaboom. Code red, abandoned ship. Oh, I guess I can undo that. Well, maybe we'll survive, actually. It's going to be a rough old life, though. Yeah, I know you can't access the water. I don't have a water cooler because my water cooler got blown up. Look, I'll put a water cooler over here for you, and you'll eventually build that. This guy's been hit, or Yvonne has been hit a lot by the plasma fire, so I want to be careful with her because she could die if we're not careful. I thought well, the last time I used Code Black, it made my ship detonate, so maybe I was a little bit confused. I had used it before when I wanted my people to exit my ship, but it made my ship blow up once, so I'm not really sure what happened there. So maybe I used it wrong, or maybe my ship just blew up naturally without me realizing it. Oh, Darlene just took a hit. They're hitting our solar panels. We want to keep those alive, my dudes. Alright, they're keeping the ship pretty good. I could bribe these guys and get rid of them, but I need to save my money to buy food and stuff. Plus, it's good experience for the crew to learn to survive in a combat situation. You know, trial by fire and all that. Although Yvonne is really close to death, I'm really hoping she survives. I wouldn't like her to die. Ooh, they're shooting dangerously close to her. Can't access water. Is the water turned off? Oh, I'm going to turn off the mining laser, turn on the water, and everyone should go grab a drink real quick. And then they'll start recovering health. Ah, that's why she was so low. She was also losing health because she hadn't had a drink in a while. I made her sound like an alcoholic there. No, it was water. It was water, not that. Oh, we're coming up against another one of these. Oh no, she died. She took one hit too many and died. Well, I mean, that's less people to feed, so I mean, I'm not that upset about it. I'm gonna turn off the food dispenser and the water cooler, turn on the mining laser. Because we have some mining to do. I hope these guys go away eventually. They usually do fly away. Yeah, they're leaving now. Okay, but they did manage to kill one of my crew, which hurts. But we might be able to survive like this. It's one less mouth to feed, so I guess that's that. Although I think Yvonne was our best. No, she was just a second best. Second best, I think. Construction worker, which, you know, it's a loss for the ship because it's expensive to lose a crew, but, you know, it might actually, you know, be a blessing in disguise because we don't have to feed her anymore. Whew. I feel a little bit bad about that. Oh, gold. Gold is nice, but it's not really what I'm looking for. I'm going to let the heat cool down here. I don't want to overheat my ship too much. I will overheat it a little bit when I feel like the crew can handle it. Generally speaking, I don't want it to go too far over 10. A little bit of metal there. We're overheating our ship for our survival. And look, I've just really been really unlucky again. I'm super not getting any silicon, even though it's like the one thing that I need the most. Just I'm not getting any at all, like none. Usually you would get like a couple here and there. And there's a star coming up, which is really bad. So I'm going to let my ship cool down. I have to let my ship cool down. Now, I overheated my mining laser pretty severely there. So I'm going to try not to let that happen. you know what? I'll get this last rock here. Come on, give me silicon. Nope. So we're a little bit overheated right now. Try to keep it nice and cool though. Prevent it from getting too toasty. We are surviving just barely, I believe. Just ever so slightly. Just on the edge of like of capacity here. We have a lot of resources, but they're just the wrong kind. What I could do is I could stick down a small heat vent just in the meantime to lower the amount of overheating that's happening, and I will do that while we wait for some extra silicon. And I'll also stick down... Yeah, that's fine the way it is. So I'm going to turn off the heat vents and the mining lasers, and then I'll turn on the food dispenser and the water cooler. So can I make this a group? And I can power them on. Power off. Oh, okay, so I can power off these guys. And then, okay, so, oh, I didn't know about that. So these are going to be 3. These are going to be 1, 2, 3. You're going to be 3. Okay. These guys are going to be 4. Okay, and I can turn you off, and then turn 3 on. And I can turn you off, and then turn 4 on. Oh, cool. So I can switch power using that. That's really interesting. I didn't know about that until just now. I'm going to get another piece of floor in here. Although the danger of getting an extra piece of floor without actually anything to put on it is that it's basically just another place for fires to start. So we have to be careful there. Now we're down to 3 crew. We're down to 1 food and 5 water. So again, we're living on the edge here. I've been having a really unfortunate game. I'm tempted to try to build maybe another mining laser to try and get through this, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the right move. It could be the right move. And you know what? I'll stick one down. I'll stick down a mining laser and maybe it'll help me mine a little bit more efficiently. And get a little bit of extra resources. And that might just because once you get over this early game hump where you're really struggling for stuff, it's not that the game gets easier, but things run a little bit smoother and you can start to focus on sort of higher level things. All right, so I'm going to turn off all of the food and water and I'm going to turn on all of the mining related stuff. So I'm going to go, oh, do I not have quite, I'm going to turn off my engine as well, just so I can get all of the heat vents online and the 2 mining lasers. So that does mean that we are suffering from a penalty. That does mean that we're suffering from a penalty to our evasion, which will mean we'll get hit by more asteroids because our engine is offline, but we're going to just like try to suck it up and survive through it. We're probably going to bribe these guys if they appear. Oh god, my system's overheating. Be a little bit careful there. 2 lasers is good enough to pop a rock pretty quickly. Can't access water. That's going to be just the way it is for a while. They're not currently hostile. Buy food. Yes. Yes. Sell metal. Buy food. Buy water. We have made it through. We are survivors. Thank you so much. Oh my god, you've no idea how long I waited for you guys to arrive. These are our saviors. Holy crap. They saved our lives by trading with us. Now we have no money left, but you know, we made it, guys. We made it. Alright, so we're gonna, oh man, I'm so happy that this has happened. And now we're getting water from asteroids too. I think maybe I should have gone for the second, well, I didn't really have the silicon to do it. I think I should have gone for the second laser earlier, maybe. And just let my ship overheat a little bit. I'm gonna let it cool down a bit right now because it's getting a little bit too hot. See if I can pop some of these guys. Now we're gonna get hit by a lot of asteroids here. And our water and food is powered off right now. But we will be powering it back on here fairly soon. Okay, so we're gonna pop these guys. Popping a few extra asteroids. Where is that sun? Okay, we're coming up to the sun, so see if we can pop this one last asteroid and maybe get some silicon out of it. Nope. We've got lots of metal, almost no silicon, which is kind of disheartening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off all of these guys and then I'm going to turn on all of the other guys. We don't actually need the plant anymore. We have enough food that we can disassemble this And in fact, actually, since we have food and water now, we have a bit of a buffer time. So we're going to disassemble our second laser thing as well. You guys need to fight that fire. Okay, we're losing a water cooler. Oh, I turned off my heat vents. Oh, turn on, turn on, turn on. Heat vents on. Oh, goodness. Vent that heat. Okay, I understand what went wrong. Oh, God. Repair. Fight the fire. There's a fire over here that we need to fight. You. Okay. Darlene. Manual control. Go fight that. You. Okay, you're going out there to fight that. Okay, we made it. Very, very close though. I need to make a water cooler. When you repair that floor. Make a water cooler there. You're about to die from lack of water. Please build the water cooler. Build a water cooler. Don't sleep. Wake up. You're gonna die without water. Holy crap, that was close. Okay. We made it through. Most importantly, we made it through. And now we can build a navigation console. Now, we can't grow food right now, but, you know, I will take the navigation console over that. So I need to actually, what I need to do is I need to separate these out into perhaps two groups. So you're going to be your control group 1 and these are going to be control group 2. No, you're going to be control group 3. So 1 is for the mining laser itself and then 3 is for the heat vents, which are going to keep our ship from getting too toasty in the heat of the sun. So it looks like we have just barely squeaked by in a survival sense. We lost one crew, but we have enough food and enough water to get us through for, you know, probably an hour or two of content. We're building a navigations console, which is going to let us navigate our way to asteroid fields more frequently, which will mean the rate at which we get silicon and other resources will increase. I'm definitely going to need to make another cargo hatch, because I'm getting a little bit full up. But from here, I'm going to call this an end to this episode. And my God, it has been a close episode. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this series so far. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to give me a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.